Let's bring in our first guest for the day, Acting Budget Secretary Rolando Toledo. Secretary Toledo, thank you for joining us. Pasensya po.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon, Ed, Ami, and Ronald.
Good afternoon, Secretary.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, of course, everybody expected the signing today, January 5. And the big question for a lot of people was ano i-veto ng Pangulo. We understand mga 92 billion ang veto ng Pangulo dun sa unprogrammed appropriations. But we don't have details yet as to kung ano yung mga specific na binito ng Pangulo. Could you give us, sir, a rundown of what exactly the President struck out of the budget?
All right. Yes. Yeah. Actually, if looking at what has been provided in the NEP, mayroon tayong mga around 11 items. This time, tatlo na lang ang naging unprogrammed appropriations. Because of that, nabito yung mga items na yon. Okay? Ang nabito na items ay yung mga budgetary support to GOTC. That is, hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Ulitin ko. So, para malinaw, una doon is yung budgetary support to GOCs. That is 6.8 billion. Then, prior year's LGU share, ito po yung 14.6 million. Ito yung payment of personal services requirements. It's 43.2 billion. Ito po, isa is CARS program, the automotive industry support, 4.3 million. Then RACE program, that is automotive industry competitiveness, 250 million. At saka yung insurance of government assets and interest, that is 2 billion. And then yung government counterpart for certain foreign assisted projects of 35.7 billion. So basically, from a net of 249 total, 249 or around 250 billion, now it's only 150.9 billion pesos. So, bababa po siya. Yeah.
Sir, nabanggit niyo po, isa sa mga binito is government counterpart for foreign assisted projects worth 35.7 billion. Tama ho ba?
Yes, right.
Ang nabito. Okay. So may nabito pa lang may nabitong FAP.
Ito po kasi yung counterpart funding ng gobyerno para sa ilang foreign assisted projects. Kung ang proyekto ay ongoing at may regular allocation na, hindi na po ito dapat ilagay sa UA. Kasi ang UA ay hindi para sa mga planado at inaasahang gastusin, kundi para sa mga sitwasyong hindi pwedeng ipagpapaliban kapag may bagong pondo na available. So, may provision na rin yan sa ating program appropriation.
So it's there na in the program appropriations.
Yes.
Ano yun? It was
part
just...
of it, yes.
Was it just a doubling? Doble lang?
Hindi naman kasi mayroon siguro nung nilagay sa mga portion of that. Pero this time sabi namin, mayroon naman na nakalagay na sa program appropriations. So we might as well consider this to veto yung nasa unprogrammed appropriations.
Secretary, maganda naman na hindi natanggal yung para sa modernization at saka doon sa mga foreign assisted. Pero di ba better fiscal policy kung from the very start, sinama na yan sa mga departamento. Sinama na yan sa budget rather than nilagay sa unprogrammed.
Yeah. Yes, actually mayroon naman kaya po mayroon na talaga naman siya which is actually dalawa kasi yung component ng ating foreign assisted projects. Yung loan process at saka yung counterpart funding ng government. Yung loan process po, mayroon talaga po siyang portion doon sa budget na po natin sa program appropriation and partial of the part of the counterpart funding ng ating gobyerno.
Halimbawa, itong sa military modernization, ba't di na lang nilagay sa budget?
Well, alam niyo po kasi, ang mayroon na po mayroon naman nakalagay po sa sa program appropriations natin. That is around 40 billion nakalagay na po sa program ng ating PNP budget. Mayroon na rin po nakalagay diyan. These are just, sabi ko standby fund para kung kinakailangan pang pondohan at kung may excess revenue, which will trigger the unlocking of the unprogrammed appropriation, then this is the time that we can release yung ating unprogrammed appropriation.
Secretary, yung isa pang controversy diyan sa budget, yung mga tinatawag nilang soft pork barrel, yung mga ayuda. Ang sabi sa Malacanang ngayon, meron daw provision na dinagdag to ensure na walang role yung politicians in the aid distribution. Pero hindi lang naman yung role ng politician sa aid distribution yung nire-raise, kundi yung endorsement for
Guarantees.
access to the aid. Halimbawa, yung guarantee letters. Can you clarify kung ano yung provision na dinagdag na safeguard daw yon para sa ganyang mga concerns?
Yeah. Tama yun. We just want to be very specific about it. Meron tayong nakalagay doon sa general provision of the GAA, Section 19 to be exact, nakalagay doon prohibition on political involvement in the distribution of cash and other forms of financial assistance. So, I just want to read para mas magandang pakinggan ng ating lang yung tagapakinig.
Sige, sir.
Okay? Nakalagay dito, all cash assistance and other forms of financial aid distribution shall be conducted exclusively by authorized government officers and personnel or accredited partners. No public officials holding elected positions, electoral candidates, politicians, political parties, or any of their representatives except for officials having direct administrative and executive authority over the implementing agency shall influence, be present in, participate in, or take part in the actual distribution of any cash assistance and other forms of financial aid in the the following programs. Ito po yung protective service for individuals and families in difficult circumstances, which is ito po yung sa DSWD, tulong panghanap buhay ang ating disadvantaged and distressed workers ng DOLE. Okay? Medical assistance, ito po yung medical assistance to indigent and financial incapacitated patients program, and other similar government financial assistance program. So, ang isa pang dito, para hindi malaman na magandang rin to, na wala na rin yung no political signage, branding, paraphernalia, or activity shall be displayed or conducted within the distribution area. So, ito po yung pinaka provision ng ating para hindi na po magamit ito na pampolitika. Ito yung ginilagay po natin na provision.
Secretary, may mga penalties ba nakasama yan? Dahil ito kasi mga politicians natin, kung walang penalties, baka hindi nila pansinin. No? Yung mga rules na yan.
Okay. Ang dito po, ang nilagay lang po namin dito, in addition to that, is the national government agency responsible for distributing cash assistance and other forms of financial aid shall establish, formulate, adopt, and enforce mandatory requirements, protocols, and reporting mechanism to ensure strict compliance with this policy. And ang mangyayari din po naman dito, the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee in Public Spending shall monitor agencies' compliance with the requirements of this general provision. So, yun po yung nakalataan as to this particular provision po, in addition to what I earlier mentioned po.
Bottom line, Secretary, kung merong lalabag, anong pwedeng parusa?
Well,
Wala.
it will find scores kung ano yung nalabag nila. We cannot say kung ano yung nalabag nila ngayon, nalabag nila as far as this provision is concerned. Okay.
Secretary, linawin ko lang you use the term political involvement. Covered ba niyan yung guarantee letters? Wala nang guarantee letters sa MyFIP.
Lumalabas po dito na hindi na guarantee letter, but I think some sort of request may be that there's no more I think guarantee letter dito pa lalabas. Kasi understand, as far as the MAIF is concerned, naka-allocate na po yan sa bawat hospital.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kaya nga, i-endorse po siya ng politiko eh.
Opo. Sir,
I-endorse siya ng politiko to GL. So mawawala na yung mga GL, yung guarantee letters.
That is one thing we have to discuss with the implementing agency if there's a need for them to issue a guarantee letter. Kasi ang inilagay lang naman dito is yung sa pagbibigay ng cash distribution po during the
yes, sir.
During the halimbawa malakihang siya
Yung mga ayuda, yes, sir.
gathering.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, just to backtrack a bit, sir. Well, to begin with, sir, of course, we appreciate that it was put in the general provisions of the GAA. Itong bawal ang
Political involvement.
in political parties, politicians, candidates, elected officials, except those with direct executive authority in the actual distribution of cash assistance. But in reference to Ami's question po kasi, it is
Endorsement siya.
it is endorsement way before the actual distribution.
Yeah.
Kumbaga,
Hindi siya actual distribution.
yung
Access.
yung mga mahihirap po pipila doon sa opisina ni congressman para humingi ng endorsement o guarantee letter na siyang ibibigay doon sa ospital. I understand po what you're saying na yung mga maifip, for example, nasa ospital na yun naka-lodge. Pero the hospital usually considers yung mga guarantee letters or endorsements na pinamimigay ng mga politiko doon sa mga pasyente na siyang dadali nila doon sa ospital eh. So, it goes back to that po. I don't know if this is addressed by the provision you're citing na kailangan pa bang pumila ng taong bayan sa mga politiko para makakuha ng endorsement o guarantee letter nga?
I think that is one thing that we have to discuss with the implementing agencies because right now, as to the yung kanilang original or the guidelines, I think that this will be provided with guidelines to be issued by the implementing agencies or with the executive implementing this one. We have to discuss this one.
Okay, sir. Also, sir, let me just add, I understand kasi even the DSWD had issued this kind of directive as well a year or two before pa, di ba?
Hindi naman nasunod.
Oo, na bawal ang mga politiko sa distribution. Pero distribution lang yun.
AIX.
AIX, distribution lang yun. Bawal ang tarpaulin, bawal lang nasa entablado ang politiko. And we appreciate that. Pero yun nga the influencing or the politicization of the ayuda begins way before pa po way before the distribution of the ayuda. With endorsements. Yun po. Just to emphasize that point lamang po.
All right. Yeah, we'll take note of those points that you raised. Yes, I think this will be discussed with the implementing agencies as to this general provision of the general appropriations for the 2026 as far as this prohibition on political involvement in the distribution of cash and other forms of financial assistance.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, tapos dako ko ng konti. I have to bring this up kasi there was a PCIJ story before on the issue of allocables. Now, I understand po that's the DPWH which computes yung tinatawag na allocables about this dito, not the DBM. It was, in fact, DPWH, former DPWH Undersecretary Cathy Cabral who came up with the allocable formula. I'm wondering lamang po kung ano yung papel ng DBM when it comes to deciding or determining kung gaano kalaki ang allocation sa NEP ng, for example, ng distrito ng congressman and so on down the line. Kasi in the end po, di ba, it's the DBM that puts together the NEP based on the recommendations of the departments. How does the DBM decide which district gets the lion's share, for example, of infrastructure projects?
Okay. Actually, the distribution or the allocation, that is, we defer that to our agencies into determining the allocation of the programs and projects. But we are not specifically privy of the distribution of the allocation by district. Ang nakakaalam po niyan, yung ating Department of Public Works and Highways. Because I understand they are using a formula in terms of determining how much will be given to each specific district or specific area. So we are not actually, because ang darating na lang sa amin dito is the proposal as to the PAPs or sub-programs, but as to the listing po, although mayroon na po yan, sila may na-allocation formula ang ginagawa ang understand from the DPWH.
Pero sir, hindi ho ba yung DBM ang deciding agency, or am I putting too much on your plate? Is it the DBM that makes the decision, the final decision, na ito dapat, ang ganito kalaki dapat, yung para sa isang distrito, or is it talagang DPWH? Ano ba?
As to public works, yes, DPWH, but because that is my... alam niyo po kasi ang process po natin ng rather preparation of the budget. Meron tayong tinatawag na consultation na ginagawa din po ng bawat ahensya. So based on that consultation, I understand the same thing with the formula and the basis for them also, based on their priorities, din po sila nagbabase ng kanilang mga allocation and even determination how much will be allocated to specific programs for flood control, roads and bridges, and other priority programs of the different departments and agencies.
Okay.
Okay, Secretary, isa na lang yung my tip in particular, halos dumoble siya from the proposal of the executive, dinagdagan ng Congress. Meron bang binito si President Marcos sa mga ayuda? Any amount or any item?
Okay. Doon sa sa mga ayuda, wala pong nabito. What was only vetoed is under the unprogrammed appropriations, the one we discussed earlier on. So yun lang po ang nabito na mga items in the budget, but basically it's under the unprogrammed appropriations. Wala po sa program. So if you're asking kung may nabito as far as the ayuda, wala pong nabito.
Okay.
So sir, talagang completely unprogrammed appropriations lang po yung nagalaw? Wala na iba?
Yes, Ed. Yes, tama ka.
Okay.
It's a challenge daw po yan sa Supreme Court. Any reaction? It's a challenge daw po sa Supreme Court ni Edgar Erice.
Alin po, ma'am?
Yung unprogrammed appropriations ninyo, kasi yun ang sabi niya na binawal na daw yan ng Supreme Court. So he will take it to the Supreme Court. May reaction po kayo? Any comment?
Well, as far as the unprogrammed appropriation is concerned, okay, gusto lang po namin linawin na ang unprogrammed appropriation is just a standby authority lamang na maaari lamang gamitin kapag may malinaw na at legal na kondisyon na tupad gaya ng pagkakaroon ng extra revenue o loan at pagsunod sa may higpit na patakaran at validation. So, kung ito po ay sinasabi nating actually po, this was approved by Congress also, except that even we vetoed it. Okay? Kung mismong Kongreso po ang nag-propose and nag-ratify, but kami on the part of the executive, we even, kumbaga, nabito yung portion of those unprogrammed appropriations. Sa katunayan nga po, itong unprogrammed appropriations for 2026 is the lowest before 2019, wherein it stood at 197 before, tapos nag-increase in 2020 to 216, then nag-decline na rin siya to 176 in 2021. In 2022, tumaas uli ng 251, and then 807 in 2023, followed by 731 in 2024, and in 2025, it was substantially reduced to 363. And now, it's only at 150 billion in 2020. So, sinasabi namin dito that really, the unprogrammed appropriations for 2026 reflects a clear policy direction na sa kabuuan, binaba po ito to 150 billion bilang opo. So, inaano namin dito na bilang bahagi ng mas mahigpit na at mas maingat na pamamahala sa kaban ng bayan, ang ginagawa namin dito as far as the unprogrammed appropriation is concerned.
Okay. Okay, Ami.
Okay na,
We'd
okay
like
na.
to say thank you very much to DBM Acting Secretary Rolando Toledo. Okay na,
Salamat,
Ram?
Secretary.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank
Okay
you,
to have you again.
Secretary.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ingat po.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon po.
Afternoon.